I'm with head coach Bubba Meyer. Congratulations, decisive 78-53 victory by 25 points.
Yeah, it was a good way to start. I thought the kids were ready to play, which you should be. You know, opening weekend, you've been getting beat around in practice for a couple months, and it's time to go face somebody else. And I thought we were ready to play. I thought our guys did a pretty good job defensively, and we were fortunate at the same time. Like they didn't shoot the ball as well as they're probably capable of, and we did a decent job rebounding and not giving them a lot of extra chances. So we'll take it.
The game was really close midway through the first half. I think it was 20-18 Rattlers, but then Damani Claxton got hot. You clamped down the defense, offensive rebounding, steals, turnovers. Seemed like the hustle stats were really in your favor.
Yeah, we went through like about a 4-minute stretch, I think, right there before the halftime that we stretched it out a little bit. Guys made some plays. We had some turnovers that we capitalized off of, made a couple of shots, and went in halftime. Wayne hit a huge shot to go into half. They hit a big shot, and then, like we've seen him do a lot of times, Weeze came back the other side and kind of took the momentum right back out of their sail. So we'll take it.
And I thought the game really was put away early in the second half. Damani made a couple three-pointers in a row and really showed that explosive first step to the hoop.
Yeah, the guys, we've talked about that, right? Like that's been a thing for us, even going back last year and the year before. That it's easy to be solid. Well, it's not easy. It's hard, but it's easier to be solid defensively in front of your bench, where you can hear the communication from the coaches, you can hear the communication from the bench. It's a lot harder when you go to the other side and you're 50, 80 feet away from the bench and the coaching staff and you've got to rely on each other, you got to communicate with each other. So we've talked about that. We wanted that to be an emphasis. And I thought our guys came out the second half and did a pretty good job of communicating, not giving up easy ones, forcing some turnovers. And then again, we were able to kind of capitalize and stretch the lead, and then it was just kind of slow play from there.
Well, for the evening, you had, I think, only 4 turnovers in the first half. Got a little shakier in the second, but still for the game one, 11 turnovers on the night. You've got to be pretty happy with that, I imagine.
I am, and those turnovers, those are on me. I put our guys in a rough situation like that when we got up a lot, and I didn't want to continue to play fast and push tempo. I wanted to kind of slow the game up. Chew the clock now becomes our friend, right? We want it to be at zeros, and so we were trying to work clock a little bit. We were trying to turn the offense over, but in doing that, right, you run the risk of they lose their edge. They're not as sharp on defense. A ball that they should have caught, then they don't catch. They fumble. They make a bad decision. And so we saw some of that, and that's on me. Like I asked them basically to stop being aggressive, and that's what happens when you do that. But I wanted to get some of our guys out of the game. I wanted to use it as an opportunity then at that point to play some of our younger guys and get them some minutes, get some of our new guys some quality minutes, and just try to use the clock to the best of our abilities to kind of get the game, at that point when it was a little bit out of reach, just to get out of the way and over.
Well, a couple true freshmen got significant minutes, Michael Grant and Raycon Vargas. I thought Vargas, the backup point guard, looked like he had a steady handle.
He does, and he's been like that all fall. We have a lot of confidence in him, and he's kind of one of those guys like what you see. He's very even keel all the time. He plays with a pretty steady pace. There's pretty good defenders that we have that he goes against every day in practice with Wayne and Damani and Lawyer, and those guys are ball hawking him all the time, and that's helping him prepare to be out here and be handling those situations. And we have a lot of confidence in Mike too. Mike's played really well this fall. I think both those guys moving forward, for their career, are going to be guys that we're going to count on a lot.
Last question, big challenge coming up Sunday, just one day off. The 10th ranked team of the country, a team that took you out of the NCAAs last year, Colorado School of Mines. Expect that game to be a lot closer than this one.
Absolutely. This game, I mean, Coach, he took the job, late, and I think he's done an unbelievable job considering he got the job a little late and he's putting it together. I mean, they were hard to guard. We had to expend a ton of energy against them. And so that's very different, right, than now we're going into Sunday with Coach Orser and his staff that I think are unbelievable coaches. They're unbelievable people. They do an incredible job. It's why we scheduled them is it is an incredible test for our guys. Early in the year, like we're going to know if, where we got to get better, what we've got to do, because they're going to exploit it. They're going to be physical. They're going to be demanding. They are kind of a program that, coming from the RMAC, there's schools in the Lone Star too that you steal things from. It's like the greatest form of flattery is there's things that you do, and we try to emulate some of the things that they do because they do them so well. And so I hope that we're as disciplined and physical and organized and don't turn the ball over like they are on Sunday, and we have a good game, because that's how they'll be.
Coach Bubba Meyer, congratulations. Victory number 1, opening night. Excellent showing.
Thank you, guys.